Afternoon, guys. So this is a bit of an odd one, doing a Bank Holiday Monday video or live stream. It's basically because bored. Bank holidays really freak me out because Mondays is usually my day where I would do absolutely everything I need to do for the week ahead. And so today has kind of become Sunday, so I've planned my week ahead. And also, my wife's off today, obviously, so you kind of feel obliged that you have to do wifey stuff. Which is Monday, and I don't do wife stuff on Mondays. Saturday and Sunday's wifey day, but Mondays is not. So she's just gone off down the village with her daughter. So that means I can actually have 5 minutes to try and do something. I have to have a day where it's productive, especially if it's Monday, Friday. I have to have a productive day. Otherwise, I go fucking stir crazy, which is what I've been doing, going king crazy all day, because it's like, for me, it's just not right to not have a productive day of the week. Okay, so what I thought I'd do earlier is I thought I'd do a live stream. Look, I'm well aware that I'm probably going to be speaking to myself for the next, I don't know how long it takes me to go through. But the cool thing about live streaming is it does save the video in your stream, so you guys can watch it back. So, diving straight in. So I asked earlier some guys, like, you know, what they would like to know and for me to go through, and one of the things that always comes up is Facebook and Facebook ads and Facebook funnels. And I think before I get really into the nitty gritty of Facebook and Facebook funnels, I think people rely way too much emphasis on Facebook. Seriously, if your only way of actually getting leads into your business, if your only way of closing sales and your only way of generating customers is through Facebook, then seriously, guys, you need to look at everything else, which we're going to go through a little bit more detail in a minute. But you really need to you need to address your business, your sales process, your marketing, because seriously, do not rely on Facebook, because remember, they can change the rules. If you think over the last 5 years, how they've changed Facebook advertising and how they've changed the profiles, and how you could, like years ago, you could actually call your own profile page Wayne Personal Trainer. And then they went, nah, you got to use that as a business page, and it just shut everybody's profiles down. Do not rely on Facebook for your whole way of getting business, because you're fucked if you do. Okay, but we'll go through a few other things, how you can do that after. So, Facebook funnels. There's two ways that we particularly use Facebook. We either use Facebook to generate, kind of contradicting what I was just about to say, but we use Facebook to either get, to fill groups out, so fill our semi-private or any kind of large group or any kind of workshops or anything like that. We'll use Facebook for that. And we also use Facebook for driving traffic to our site to check out blogs, videos, articles, anything else that we've done that we want to drive traffic back to our site. I'm going to come back to why we do that in a minute. But Facebook ads, because this is not the only way we generate leads, guys. This is not the only way that we advertise. However, Facebook is very, very good while it lasts at filling out groups real quickly. And the way we do that, somebody actually said that they're getting tired of like running ads and then, you know, having no shows and having people not show up for their sessions or for their free trial or for anything like that. Try not to use, don't use Facebook to drive traffic for a free trial. Drive it with something else. So, for example, you might do a buy one, get one free. That would be better, because at least then you're getting some fucking money. Okay? If it's free and they're generally gone through Facebook, it might be that at that moment of time they're sitting there with a big fucking Galaxy bar sat on their stomach and they've decided that you need to get fit, and you've just popped up with your free week. And then 2 days later, they've completely forgot about it and they just don't show up. Okay, everybody that you generate through Facebook should have a call to action, should be aware of you being able to close that deal. So, example, we have got an ad running right now because we've got about 5 places left on our semi-private, because we've had some people that, the way we work is every 6 weeks we rotate, our sessions rotate every 6 weeks. So that means that somebody can opt out anytime they want. We don't sign them into contracts. So it's that time of year where some people go on holiday or whatever, and they want to stop or pause their training. That's fine. I have no issue with that. So what we tend to do is we ask them if they give us 2 weeks notice. That gives us 2 weeks then to run ads. So we run the ads, and then I noticed Chris Reeves joined me. All right, Chris, I hope your wedding was good. That suit looked way too small for you. So we run the Facebook ads, and the whole point of our Facebook ad is to drive people from Facebook to a sales page, to a qualifying form. That qualifying form tells them exactly what they're going to get, and that what's involved, what the price is. We basically go every objection. So when they fill it in their form that they're interested, all we have to do is literally phone them up, take their phone, take their card payment, and that's it. Nothing else. That's all we have to do. That's all down to your sales page. That's all making sure that you, because it's really easy to put. I'm going to do 6 weeks. You're going to have 2 days a week, and it's easy to put all that stuff down, and then don't close the lead. Does that make sense? So it is still down to the sales letter. The sales page has still got to have some kind of call to action. It's still got to get them excited. It's not just a case of like a shopping list where you just list everything and then smack them with £100 sale at the end of it. There's a bit more to it than that. But again, this is something that, I go through with coaching people, and a couple of guys that have inquired about the offer that I put in the group in the week. I'll be going through this with you guys, so you know exactly how to qualify them leads, so you're not spending hours on the phone. One of my guys I'm helping at the moment, a guy called Russell Fox, he was the same thing. He was spending hours and hours and hours on the phone. Like he said, the only thing with he gets the leads, but then it takes him days, and by the time he gets around to some people have gone cold. So I just helped him put a few things in place. So literally now all he does is just phones up, takes their credit cards. That's it. I think last time I spoke to him, he closed like 30 people one after the other, and it wasn't difficult. This is not bullshit. If Russell was here, he'd tell you. It's that simple. It shouldn't be complicated. If you look at all the great marketeers over the years, there's an immediate call to action at the end. It's only in the world of fitness where we feel that we have to over justify ourselves, and we have to really overkill it, and because we're really desperate to try and don't do that. Just if you believe in your product and your product's good, then put it up for sale and fucking sell it. Simple as that. So the other reason we would use Facebook ads, and we generally use as boosted posts if we want to boost and send clients back to our website. I want to come back to websites a little later on, but the whole point of driving traffic from your Facebook ad to your site is for them is to try and force your lead then to go shopping, as in look around the site, see what else is on there, and get them to opt into something or other. All right, I'm going to come back to why that's important in a minute. The other thing as well is if you're writing any content, any videos you do, you should boost them. And it's not even literally, again, it's got to have a call to action. You've got to be sending people back to your site. If you're not sending them to a sales page, to a direct sale, then you need to be sending them to your site. Don't try and communicate with them on Facebook. Don't ask them to PM you on Facebook. Don't do that. I mean, it's okay if you want to try and get kind of like some initial conversation. That's fine. But if you're looking for a sale, don't send them to a PM. Okay, if you want to generate conversation, great. Say to them, hey, drop me a message, and you can start initiation and chat there. But other than that, if it's sales you're looking at, then make it obvious. Make it obvious it's a sale, because it's no good. It's no good having like say 60 leads, of which 40 have no fucking idea what they've opted into. They just thought it was a good idea, and then you end up losing 40. But you've spent all that time on the phone with 40 people who are never going to buy from you. I hope that makes sense. So the sales and closing bit that guys wants to go through. Again, if you qualify the lead, and what I mean by that is, so for example, somebody phones you up asking about personal training. Now there's the ins and outs of it, and people say that you shouldn't talk about price on the phone, you should try and do the sale. And I used to be that way. A long time ago, I used to try and do everything I could to avoid the price question. So how much are you? I used to think to myself, well, if they ask me how much I am in the first 30 minutes or first 10 minutes or so, then the chances are they're shopping on price. And that's bullshit, actually, because generally sometimes people do want to know the price. So fucking tell them. They know, but you do it in a way, you don't just go, oh, I'm £40 an hour, and then expect and wait for the phone to be put down. Okay. You ask them, you return the question first. You do answer the question, but you ask them first. But, what is it you're looking for? Because, you wouldn't just, they wouldn't just phone up Currys and say, I want a big screen TV about 40 inches if you wouldn't mind sending me one round. They're going to go and find out about it. Okay, they already have an idea of what the TV is going to cost them. They know what it is. They know roughly what they want. They just want to go and see it. And this is where I personally, if somebody does ask me immediately what the price is, I will try and get an indication of what's going on for them. If I think for 1 minute that they literally are shopping on price, I will tell them the price. And if they go, oh, okay, then great. Because to me, it's just saved me a half an hour of my time. I don't want to hard sell that person, because generally and I have done it, when you do the hard sell, the person sticks around for a few weeks before they give you another excuse, because basically they couldn't afford you in the first place. They kind of felt obliged to run on the call, and they kind of got wowed by your sales technique, and they end up opting in something they can't afford. And I don't want to put people in that situation, because that's not what we're about. So get them into your facility, get to meet them either in your facility, in a coffee shop, get them to meet them face to face and find out a little bit more about them. And it's how you come across. And there's a form that we have used, which we're a bit shit at using it, to be honest with you, generally, because 9 times out of 10 when people come in our studio, they're coming because somebody else has referred them. So really, to be honest, we don't really need to do all the pain kind of like questions. But again, the way of qualifying somebody when it comes to a consultation is to give them a form to fill out. Give them 10 minutes sat in your facility, or sat, where they can just literally go through a form. And on that form, there should be a series of pain questions. So, such as, why do you want to work with a personal trainer? So you start off nice and gently. Don't go straight in there going, why do you want to lose weight? Don't dive in with that. What's your goal? How important is your goal? When was the last time you felt great about yourself? How many diets have you done in the past? All them kind of questions. And it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, but you want to reiterate every time. So when they say they've tried every slimming club out there, and how do you feel now? They're still going to they're not going to mark themselves very high, and they kind of get that realisation that actually, do you know what? I've done every slimming club in the world, and I'm still no further forward. Finding their pain. I hate to use that again, because again, it's something else that gets overused. But seriously, you've got to get in there. And then when you get the form, you sit down with them and you read the form back to them. If that makes sense. So what you don't want to be doing is, so you want to lose weight from your belly. You want to read that off their form. Okay? You don't ever want to turn around to me and say, actually, yeah, I can see, you've got some weight here and there, haven't you? You never say that. You let them admit it. Then you say, look here, you've put here that you've got a self-esteem of 4. Why is that? That's you just turning the knife a little bit more. You want to know a bit more, I have a thing of where if I'm going to close a sale, if I make the person cry. Horrible, but at the end of the day, we're not cheap. We are very, very busy, and in the nicest possible way, I need to work with people who are serious about change. And if I work with people who are serious about change, then I should be able to bring out their emotions. They should be emotionally attached to that, and they should want to get rid of it. So it doesn't make me a nasty person because I make that person cry. I don't think so. I think if you're that passionate and it means that much to you, then it should generate emotions. So your sales and your closing particularly should have a way of making sure that person feels like, do you know what I mean? Close them. Make them fucking realise that you are the answer to their problems. And I keep going on about this. I mentioned this in videos before, and I talked about Gary Vee talking about why personal trainers aren't trillionaires. And it's a fucking good question. It made me go cha-ching, thinking, yeah, you know what? Why aren't we? And it's because we over-justify ourselves. We try and oversell ourselves. We try and go, well, you get this, you get that, you get this, and I'll do this, and I'll come around and clean your house and take your dog for a fucking walk. You'll do anything you can to close the sale. And that shouldn't be the case. They've come to you, they've contacted you, they've come across your website, they've admitted that they've got an issue and they think you're the person to do it. So why do you feel like you need to overkill the sale? And the other thing, which I used to be really, really bad at, is knowing when to shut the fuck up. It should literally be, here's your form, let them fill the form out, answer the questions, go through the questions, ask them the question. So you give yourself a self-esteem of 4 out of 10. Why is that? And you don't say another thing until there's a nice long break after that person's finished. And the nice thing is, after they finish their sentence, pause again Don't say anything. Just let it sit in silence, because that's them sitting in, shit, I've just admitted I have this problem. Ooh, hold on. You know? So, once you find the person's problem, you can solve that. Then you can talk about how your programs could change their entire life. So don't talk about, yeah, we can help you get that flat tummy and that six pack, because she doesn't give a shit about that. She wants to know how you're going to impact her life so much that she's going to be happier, feel sexier, have a better self-esteem. They're the things that you're going to touch on when it comes to sales and closing. Sales and closing is easy. Overcoming price objection, again, is easy, because what we do, and I've done before, is when somebody says, I normally say to somebody, do you need to go home and speak to your husband or your wife about this, or can you make the decision? You know, people don't like to think that they can't make decisions for themselves. Some people are going to be like, yeah, I need to speak to my wife or my husband, and that's fine, but you'd be amazed how many people will go, no, this is what I want. I can do this myself. Because again, you know what's going to happen. You know how it is in your life. You might come up with an idea or a concept or something you want to do, and you'll have people come at you going, oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think that'll work. If I had a fucking pound for every time somebody told me every day that they don't think it's going to work, and I just did it anyway, and then it works, and then people go, oh, you were lucky with that, and you want to just punch them in the mouth and go, I weren't fucking lucky. I had the idea. I went with it. I spent the money on it, I advertised it, I did what I could, and it worked. That weren't fucking luck. That was just going for it and having some nuts. So yeah, I can't be doing that. So when it comes to price objection, just ask them, are you able to make the pay? You know, are you able to make the decision on this today, or do you need to speak to your husband or your wife? Okay, put it out there, put it on them. Don't wait for them to go, well, actually, I'm going to go home and speak to my partner and see what, if they can spend. Because basically, generally, that means is you haven't hit their pain enough. You haven't made them realise that this is what they wanted. And it's not a conning thing, because you're not cold calling and trying to sell them shit. They contacted you. And I think there's a lot of trainers who are really uncomfortable with that. But remember, they contacted you. If you're cold calling and knocking on people's doors and trying to sell your fucking magic sauce, then that's wrong. Don't do that. But if they're coming to you because they've recognised that there's something they're not happy about and they've come to you for that answer, then it doesn't matter that you dig a little deeper, that you make them feel the pain a bit more. It really doesn't matter. Okay, don't be afraid of that. Right, moving on to websites. I am not going to claim to be a website expert, and when it comes to SEO, seriously, John Cusack, he is the guy that you should speak to about SEO. We know it enough, but that's another science of itself. But going back to what we said about the Facebook funnels and driving traffic from Facebook. So if we do blogs, articles, videos, and everything like that, we'll run a little boost and we try and send people back to our website to read the blog or see the video. So if you're on Facebook and you put the entire article on there and boost it, nobody's going back to your site. You literally want to put in the first paragraph of what it is you're trying to say. And it should have something catchy. It's going to catch somebody's eye. And then send them back. So we'll do a video. So the guys will do a video saying, hey, I've just done an article on hormones of fat loss and its connection. Go check it out. Okay, so we'll do a video, because boosted video, that captures people's, because people are like, what's he on about? So that can capture. Other than that, a nice strong title, send them back to your website where they get to read the rest of your article or see the rest of your video. Okay, because that's the whole point. When they land on your website, I see this time and time and time again, on your homepage, which is usually called homepage. Don't do that. Actually, make sure you title that properly, but on your homepage is usually where you find their opt-in. They can get a free consultation with you, or they can download your ebook. And then you go onto their blog, and there's no call to action. You go to their other pages, no call to action. Literally everything they do is actually on that homepage. Now you think about it. If you send somebody from your Facebook to your website, and they've landed on your why your hormones are making you fat article, there's a good chance that's all they're going to read. And you have to also allow for the fact that they might get disturbed reading it, which means they're going to, oh, I'll come back to that later, which they probably never will. So your blog as well should not be keen. We're not asking for like, university standard articles where it's all like, don't run like hundreds of thousands of words. I keep our blogs to 400 to 500 words, sometimes shorter, but I think really to make them of any kind of power for an SEO point of view, you need to be hitting about 400 or 500 words. I could be wrong, but John Cusack could always, make a comment underneath this and correct me if I'm wrong. But 400 to 500 words would be good. So keep it short, keep it simple, so the person gets to read it and understand it. On that page, there should be your call to actions again. So there should be a way of that person. So we've got a template. So on our website, on our articles, whatever article you land on, the template of the page is exactly the same. So we literally just, when we upload a new article, we upload the article, but it uploads onto that template. So on that template are our call to actions. So at the bottom of the article, there will always be like semi-private, private, because that's our two products that we do. Okay, we have done a series of books like chest workout, arm, back workout. We've done them as a series of books which will be going up, which we're going to be selling for like, I don't know, £1.97. The whole point of them is not to make a lot of money. The whole point of them is to build trust with guys who go, actually, you know what I could do with a new chest workout? Oh, well, now I might download the arm workout. But now we know we're also creating our audience. We're also creating who's looking at what. Okay, so everything you do should have a reason behind it. It should have a way of you're either going to be building relationships or making sales. That's the whole purpose of your website. That's it. It's either to close sales or to build a relationship. It's, you might think it's the greatest website. It's got loads and loads and loads of content on there. You might be a person who's an awesome blogger and they just literally smash out loads of them every week, and you do video blogs every week and you got loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of content. Don't mean shit if nobody's reading it. Okay, I've gone to people's sites. I've had people that I've worked with and looked at their sites, and they're really pretty sites and they look great and they've spent a lot of money on the site, and they, and it does all sorts of wonderful magic things, but there's no call to action on every page. There was some opt-in button at the top saying download my newsletter, which is fucking weak as shit because nobody wants your newsletter. Why don't they want your newsletter? Because the fuck is a newsletter? How do people know what the newsletter is? And most people go, download my newsletter or download my 5 top tips to belly fat loss. Boring, not enough. You need to excite them. So we put up on ours a complete workout. So basically they can use this workout and they can actually do it at home, never have to call us. We know they will because they won't complete the workout. We know they won't. Because people don't call you because of a magic workout. They call you because they ain't doing it. It's as simple as that. If you're thinking right now that you've got some kind of magic formula, as in like some super awesome workout that people come and do, and that's why they're doing it, then you're wrong. They're coming because they won't do it. It's simple as that. This is where I try and convince people that are online, that want to go online, you have to make sure that your call to action, your reason for them to come back to your site is fucking strong as, because if it's not, they will do it for a month or two, and then you're relying on the fact that they forget that they're paying you until every month it comes out their bank and they go, shit. I did that recently. We've got a apps builder membership, and we built an app. We never really did anything with it, but it's kind of there but not there, as in there was a lot more important things that we needed to work on and stuff like that, and some other software we wanted to play with, and so we haven't actually done anything with, but every month they're taking money out of my bank. And it's not a lot, it's only about £16 a month, but the point is, I forget about it until they remind me after, saying, we've just taken your payment as your receipt. I go, shit, meant to cancel that. Right, and and you don't want that as an online site. You don't want people going, oh, bollocks, I meant to cancel that. Because they're not talking about it, not telling their friends that, oh my God, I've been following this guy online, he's awesome, I've been doing his workouts, I've been doing all this. It's crap. They're not going to do that. They're just going to forget to cancel. So you don't want that. So again, make sure that whatever you're doing, when you're driving people from Facebook, that you're driving them to your page where you're going to capture their information, where you can build a relationship. The whole point then is your email follow-up sequences after that. So when people download our free program, we actually have them with like, hey, you downloaded our free program. How's it going? 3 days in? Have you started it? 5 days in? You should be noticing these changes right now. At which point they realise that they haven't started it and they're thinking, 5 days in, I really should be noticing changes. I really should probably do that. But they don't ever get around to it. So since we put them on our site and we call them free gifts rather than an actual free gift or whatever, we've had more opt-ins. In fact, I've had more opt-ins in this last week than we have done for a while. And it's really funny. Charlie, who does all my tech stuff, he put it up, and literally I thought it was him, literally within 10 minutes of it going up, somebody opted in for the video, to the point where we actually hadn't even put the workouts live yet, as in on a link for them to actually get it. So I had to email that person and say, look, I'm really sorry, you may not have got the link, here's the link to what you needed, because they would have just gone, I never got it. You know what I mean? Again, everything you do in your business, make sure it follows through. So like I just said, that lady could have downloaded my program, realised she didn't get the program, gone, well, that's a load of shit, and I've just lost a potential faithful client there. So dropping her a quick email going, hey, you opted in for this, you didn't get the product, that's because it wasn't quite ready, but here's the link now, please go ahead and go and get your download. What does that say? That says, wow, these guys are on it, man. These guys know what they're talking about. These guys, does that make sense? So keeping your stuff simple will make all the difference. Don't overcomplicate your sales. Look at your Facebook funnels, and anything you create in your business, ask yourself, would you buy it? It's the easiest way of doing it. Would you buy it? Would it convince you to part with your money? Would it convince you to part with your email? Would it convince you to give them your phone number? Would it convince you to get on a call with that person? If it doesn't, then why are you expecting somebody else that to do that? So everything you do, qualify it. Everything you create, make sure you follow through. So don't just create it and then launch it, which is something that I've been guilty of in the past. We've got a online site that we're about to, I keep saying about to release, but we keep holding it back because I won't release it until I know that it does everything it's meant to do. The whole purpose of an online site is for it to literally be online, that you should have nothing to do with it. And I want to make sure that does that. And there's a reason why I've done that, because for a long time I've said I wouldn't do online. And I've done it to show people how easy it is to create an online site, how easy it is to actually get people to buy it, and how easy it is to deliver it at such a low price that would put other high-end programs out of business. And it's not me being a shit, it's just showing you. So I used to say to people, when you create a business, so if you have a facility right now, your customer service and everything else like that should be the bollocks. Because if somebody like Gillian Michaels decides to land in your town and open up a facility, she'll take all your fucking customers. Simple as that. And online is the same. It's no good creating an awesome site that does absolutely everything and charging £97, which I've seen, £97 a month for basically a call with you once a week, a nutrition program, and you send them some fucking workouts, which is pathetic. Because then somebody like Gillian Michaels comes along and goes, hey, check out my Apple, and if you don't know, check out my Apple TV show, which is absolutely fucking free. You can watch it on Apple TV, which is high quality. Or her actual membership site, which I think is about $5 a week. This is Gillian Michaels with a massive marketing budget. So, think before you... I'm not saying you can't charge higher end money for higher end products. Your shit just has to be together. And from my experience, and most of the ones I've come across, and most of the people I've come across, and most people I've spoken to who want to go online, most don't even have a YouTube channel. They've done some YouTube videos, but they don't really have like a channel. They've never blogged. They have no history on Facebook, as in, except for like just buy my shit stuff. They're basically, in the nicest possible way, they're fucking nobody. They're a nobody, and they're trying to sell a program for £97, which makes no sense to me. Like him or hate him, the body coach, I spent the last 3-4 years constantly hitting Instagram, constantly doing YouTube videos, constantly being on Facebook, constantly being out there on Twitter, consistently every fucking day for years and years and years to be where he is now, and then somebody's come along and this guy's got a bit of a following. Think about it. Some publisher comes along and thinks, that guy's quite a big following. You look on his Instagram, he's got this many people. You look on his Twitter, he's got this many people. Look at his YouTube channel, he's got this many people. This is something a guy maybe we should sit down and have a meeting with. So it's not rocket science when the guy gets offered a book deal and a fucking TV show and everything else on top of it. And then the rest of the PT world all bitch about that his technique isn't very good and that his recipes aren't very healthy. I don't think he gives a shit, to be honest, why he's making all that money. So you've got to be the same. If you want to be online, you really, really, really have to make sure that your content is consistent. Which, I'm not going to sit here and preach that ours is. It's not. We need to sort our shit out. We're pretty good, but we could be a hell of a lot better. And that's something else. When you, in your business, don't ever think, which I did, don't ever think that anything is all done and dusted and you can sit back and it's nice and tickety-boo, because no matter how comfortable you think you are, somebody will come along and fucking just, kick you in the teeth. It'll either be somebody else will move into town, you'll lose clients, whatever it is. Don't allow complacency in your business. Suffered that back in February. Very, very, very complacent. And I think there's other areas of my business that I'm complacent in as well. So my issue and my thing to deal with this month will be sorting out them issues and getting them done and getting them sorted. I'm going to assume that nobody has any questions on what I've just asked. So remember, I'm just going to recap, guys. Your Facebook ads, use them to either send people to your website or to send them to a sales page where they get qualified. Do not just try and go, here's a sales page, put your email in here. I've seen that. I've seen that in this group. I've seen people try and add themselves to this group and then spam you guys by saying, do you want to find out this? And then you literally click a link and all it is give me your email. There's nothing else. That's it. There's nothing to say, I'm going to give you this if you give me your email. There's none of that. It's just me email, right? And don't do that. Don't do that on your sales pages. That's why you'll have a shitload of people who don't show. Okay, your sales and closing, deal with the pain, find their pain, and I don't want to keep going on about the pain crap, but make sure that that person understands what it is you can do for them and what the price is. Price objection is quite simple to deal with. Ask them if they're able to make a decision today or do they need to speak to somebody else. It's one of the best ways to get over an objection. And anything on your website, call to action, no matter what it is. Even if it's a video that you put up there, there should be somewhere on there to buy, to either get into your program or to download something of yours that's of high quality for free, so you capture their email. It's not rocket science. It's all about creating your own community and a tribe of loyal followers who may buy from you now, they may buy from you tomorrow, but they may buy from you next year. But it depends on what you're doing business for in the first place. So if you're in business because you're here to just make a few bucks in the next 6 months and see how it goes, and if it's okay, I'll make some money, I'll be good. Or is it because you're actually in business to build a business that will provide you for in years and years to come? If you have any questions, guys, post them below this video and I will get back to them and answer them for you. Have an awesome bank holiday Monday. Take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you in a week. See you soon.